All right, so welcome everybody. Welcome to this weekly video review. This is part one of today's review. I'm Giuseppe Basile, also known as the FibStalker, and today is February 25th, 2018. This video is part of the FibStalker Analysis and Trading Service. Welcome welcome and thanks for watching this video. As usual, I ask you to review the usual disclaimer here. We have this in all our reviews. If you are watching the recording of this video, please stop it now, read the disclaimer, and please accept it. Past performance is not indicative of future results, and trading forex carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. All right, so let's get into the markets here, and I'm going to start from the SP500. We've seen this market bouncing twice on the daily here from that FibStalker level 26, sorry, the 25.30 area here, and this market has broken the opposing measure move, came down last week and then recovered basically, and it basically opened at the highs of last week. So we were looking for a further slide here. Some of the levels that I've indicated was the highs to highs here that actually barely held here. I would say it held, and that's probably the low that we're gonna see in this market. Yeah, so we'll see what happens this week. If this level is retested successfully, that's gonna be another opportunity for longs. Dollar index, the hopes for that reversal are slowly waning here, and we've seen also this market today breaking the daily low here, so we're gonna see what happens this week. Some of the markets that trade against the dollar are showing showing a continuation lower or higher, which seems to be compatible with this retest of the 90.17 here short, which was respected on Thursday and could be start pushing this price lower again. In the meantime, we saw the gold and silver basically moving laterally last week, but gold is holding at 13.17 now, and we will see whether this is a lateral move on top of this level. We'll see whether this market will be capable of continuing higher. In order to do that, it needs to break first the highs to lows on the daily here, and we're gonna see this week the test of that 1341 level. Similar situation here for silver. As you can see, silver as it's a more bullish, more bearish here configuration, and we had that highs to lows that we can see here on the monthly that has traded, and it has imposed that bearish bias on this market. So we're seeing here it's a market that wants to retest the highs here, the 16, the 17 level here, and that's likely going to happen at this point this week. The bulls have not held here last week, as you can see, so this market is still in a lateral move, and it's a lateral move below this resistance area. Again, the 17, 16, 98.17 is likely going to be retested at this point, but this market is moving laterally below that resistance level. Australian dollar, US dollar, we have seen a lateral move in the last few weeks here, and this market has especially trading against and in between this range here, 97.46 to 79.46 to 78.17. So we saw this area hold once, retested intraday last week, and then the 79.46 has traded. Market came down back into 79.17, and now we have to anticipate a test of 78.17, and now we have to expect a 79.46 retest. All right, euro dollar as well has been moving laterally here in this lateral sideways market here. This market has pierced the aggressive longs, but it doesn't mean that it cannot continue higher. It kind of completed that move down into the range here, and now it could start moving higher again following the other markets. Okay, so we have to consider that as well, especially if the dollar index continues lower. Same situation here for the pound, that has been relatively stronger here, and we actually saw it break at the beginning of last week. We saw it break the shorts here. This level 40.53 is going to be retested this week. We're going to see whether that holds or not. If it does not hold, we could see previous highs in this market. US dollar, Canadian dollar, this market had a nice move higher on 50% that we also started during our live webinar on Saturday. And now though it's actually selling here, has been selling all the day of Friday, and this now could continue at the beginning of the week. So the only area that can save this market from retesting this 124.64 is the 126.01. It starts an area of potential reaction higher from long. So this is going to be the proof as well. If the dollar index continues lower, then we're going to see this breaking, and we're likely going to see a continuation lower here. So this 24.64 eventually it could be retested, and we will see what happens there. If the market, if the US dollar Canadian dollar breaks the 125.66, it could come back, and then we could trade the short into the 24.64. US dollar Swiss franc also seeing regaining weakness here. 94.74 traded now more than 2 weeks ago, and the market wasn't even capable of moving higher into that level, and extensions have failed. The 50% here still not in play. We'll see what happens. That's where the market could go. The 4 hour here has traded that level that we also indicated on Friday, retested at the open, and there is a case for 92.99, 93 level here, and again the opposing measure move on this time frame lines up with that target. So it could go in, there could be profit taking as well as some sort of participation from this 50% that could actually cause a temporary bounce higher in this market. US dollar Japanese yen, this market is among the weakest, and we mentioned multiple times this in these past weeks the fact that we are seeing the Japanese yen strong all over the board here. These moves lower continues, and remember that there is the 170 area that could be retested. That's where we'll see whether there's going to be participation from Algos and Smart Money. Not before the proof. It's probably gonna be there. The New Zealand US dollar, it's on the other hand one of the strongest markets. This market relatively strongest, and this market has traded an extension long here, highs, weekly highs to highs, and then the the market came back, has not held that 50%, so that the bulls here want to push this price higher, but they were not convinced enough to keep defending this 73.06. Okay, so this break is also something that we need to remember and take into account. The 50% short could come into play here and find some resistance. So we'll see what happens, and it all again depends on what the dollar index is doing. Our proxy for the dollar index is the US dollar Singapore dollar here, and that's showing the same pattern that we see in the dollar index here, obviously, and now is reversing, has been reversing the last few days here, last days of last week, and opening with a reversal, printing new lows. So there's a possibility here just for a continuation low, in which case we're gonna capture a continuation on the 4-hour time frame, and you know, we can get good trades there as well. Okay, so this is the end of the first part of this weekly review. There are opportunities as always. Keep in mind that the dollar index might be reversing again here, and if that's the case, we're going to see continuation lowers and opportunities on the daily and 4-hour time frame. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in part 2. Bye bye now.